Oh, yes, my friend. America was built by innovators and dreamers. People like Edison, Henry Ford, Steve Jobs, the guy that invented Chuck E. Cheese, and you. It's the inventors and entrepreneurs all around us, people like you, that make America such a great country. This month, LegalZoom celebrates innovation by helping you launch your dream. Apply for a patent to secure your invention. That way nobody can steal it. Register your trademark to protect your products and services. Incorporate or form an LLC and launch your business dream. Just call or visit LegalZoom.com and they will take care of you from start to finish. They've already helped about 1 million businesses get started right. Hey man, that's good for the economy. Celebrate innovation with LegalZoom, and for a limited time, get a special price on trademark, copyright, and patent applications by using the referral code MOHR, M-O-H-R, at checkout. Protect your creations and launch your dream at LegalZoom.com. LegalZoom can provide self-help services at your specific direction, or they can connect you to an attorney, but they're not a law firm. Don't forget to use that referral code MOHR, M-O-H-R. Get yourself set up, man. All-in-one platforms that make it easy to create a professional website, blog, portfolio. That's what you need. Squarespace, that is it. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform. Website, blog, portfolio. Don't you want a portfolio? Don't you want a website? Use Squarespace. You can get an online store. You can sell merch. You can get more of your t-shirts. I sell them on my website. You want to know why? Squarespace. Squarespace includes hosting, analytics, 24/7 support, even includes a free domain name when you sign up for a year. It's easy. With responsive design, your website automatically scales to fit perfectly on every device. Every single Squarespace template has its own customized mobile view, you guys. It's $8 a month for the standard plan. Whatevs. $16 for their unlimited plan, getting better. $24 for the unlimited plan and the online store. That's the one I'm getting. I want an online store. I want to sell weird things like toenails. For a free trial, just go to squarespace.com. When you're ready to purchase, click enter an offer code under pricing at checkout. Use the offer code JAY5 for 10% off. That's all you got to do. JAY, the number 5. Or go to fakemustache.com or podcast1.com. Click on the Squarespace banner on the More Stories page. Squarespace, everything you need to create an exceptional website.
Put your name on it. Just put your name on it. That's all I say. Be a man or a woman. Put your name on it.
Well, I'd like to hear about it, potheads.
How the fuck you gonna know how to be great if you don't study greatness? Look at the game tape.
Donuts.
If you wanna battle, it's either that you will or you won't. You know, you're not a bad-looking man, Mr. Gals.
But you are, Blanche. You are in that chair.
There's something wrong with us. Something very, very wrong with us.
You're on a juice cleanse right now.
I'm on a raw food cleanse.
Like Woody Harrelson?
Does he do that stuff?
He only eats raw food, and his wife is made entirely of hemp. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's a little hemp person.
Yeah, I get these like juices and salads delivered to my house. It's already starting off great. I can tell people are like, never mind, she is interesting.
No, it is interesting. Don't tap out on me, Murphy. I'll let you know if it stinks. I did a juice cleanse a couple times, and it makes me pee out of my butt. It's bad. I need a starch. Like, I can't possibly go without a starch in my day.
You just need some food during the day. I feel like that's like this thing they deliver me salads and stuff. I don't know what I'm doing.
What do you mean you don't know if it comes to your house?
It does, but I just don't know why I'm doing. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where you just go, I need a change and I need to make myself better. So I'll give this person money and they'll make me better.
You give me money, I'll fire you. I'll give you pep talks with the diamond push-up. We'll figure something out.
All right.
My wife said, oh, good, I like Morgan Murphy. She's the only female comic whose comedy isn't vaginally based.
Oh, that's sweet of her.
It is sweet of her.
Yeah.
And then I said, she's exactly right. Like, there's no, you really stand alone from female comics. You're just an actual comic, not talking about your private parts.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
you're really funny.
Because, Paula Poundstone always talks about her vagina.
No, I mean the ones that are up and running now, that are very successful, that have very,
Yeah.
are very popular.
I actually do talk about my stuff.
Well, yeah,
all my
you got to
stuff.
flaunt
I
it.
talk about, you talk about your life, and sometimes, sometimes things go into you, and you talk about that.
They're giving you the light. I'm sorry,
Thank
the oral light. Someone asked me once, like, you talk about shitting a lot. I'm like, well, I do it every day, so I have to start. Hopefully, with me with the pots of coffee. What the hell's going on out here?
People are moving in next door.
The guy moved in next door. You didn't see it when he pulled up. He opened the back of the U-Haul. His kids were in the...
Yeah.
So I told her
This is
about
a
it.
nice neighborhood. Why is someone driving his own moving truck?
I don't know, but I'm sure he's going to be a delightful neighbor when he's got a kid in a Catholic school uniform in the back of his U-Haul. I think that's when Keith Morrison comes in and says, "But why?" Should we close the door? Oh, okay.
All right.
So you're going to be on Twitter all of June. You've already promoted
Yeah, I'm going to be
that
on
to me.
Twitter June 3rd to June 17th. I'll be on Twitter, and you can follow me there at Morgan_Murphy.
There's no underscore, is there?
Yeah, there is.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know who Morgan Murphy is.
Some a-hole.
Yeah.
Somebody that eats meat and doesn't do juice cleanses. Someone that has nice...
Yeah, someone who
solid
doesn't have their
boobs.
priorities straight.
Yeah. But why you do the juice cleanse because you feel like it's self-improvement, self-flagellation?
To be very honest, it's like very vanity based. I just I'm taping this thing in May, and an hour of my stand up.
Yeah.
And I just feel, I've been working on a TV show for the last 2 years, just sitting at a table. So I've been feeling gross. So I just decided
So you just lose a little weight, your skin cleans up when you do.
Your skin cleans up real good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You have nice skin anyway. Or
No,
maybe
I didn't last week.
What were you writing on?
Two Broke Girls.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It seems like comics that you wouldn't expect. I don't want to say you're an alternative comic because to me you're not an alternative comic. But when I've seen you do comedy, it's been in an alternative room. Does that make sense so far?
Sure.
It seems like the quote unquote alternative comics keep landing these jobs and lining up to suck from the corporate teat happily behind everybody's back.
Yeah, I don't even feel like I do it behind anybody's back. I mean, I like writing, and it's a very like goofy show to write on. It's just like a lot of big jokes, and I like writing I like jokes. It's like it's so silly and fun, and why not?
Is it weird when you start? When that's like your tablet, like big funny goofy jokes, and they got like goofy outfits and stuff.
Yeah.
Garrett Morris is on it, right?
Yeah, Garrett's on it.
So you can just write him like he flies in, literally like flaps his wings and flies in.
He flies in, does like a drive-by joke, and they're so fun to write. Like his stuff is so fun to write. Like Jennifer Coolidge's stuff is so fun to write because it's just character stuff, and they can say almost anything. I mean,
Does the network ever give you a note and you think to yourself, this is where you draw the line?
Yeah. Well, no, the notes that I get, I'm always curious about are like, oh, you can't say McDonald's, We're like, I'm pretty sure we just said like dick in my face or something, whatever we got away with.
I remember that episode.
Yeah, but
I'm outside with a dick in my face.
Yeah,
And then he laughed.
Yeah. So that's the stuff that I'm always curious about, like the legal aspect of like naming products and things like that.
It's weird when you
Like
write.
you can't say Vicodin.
You can't?
You have to say like
'cause
painkillers
that's
or whatever.
big pharmaceutical, right?
Yeah.
So you write on Two Broke Girls. How does somebody that's a comic get a job? Because it's a desk job, and you're like you can't just go, I'm not into it. Because comics, I think by nature, we have many, many days where we're like, yeah, I'm not really into it. I'm just going to lay in bed in my pajamas. I'm in my pajamas right now. So how do you're just obliged to go to this place and write jokes and crank them out?
Yeah, I think because I started writing for shows when I was like 21, started writing for Crank Yankers, and I don't know, I needed money to live, and I got offered a writing job, and I was like, that's more than enough money to live on, so I took the job, and I've just been used to getting up and going to a job ever since.
Who offered you the job? Whitney?
On Two Broke Girls?
Yeah.
Michael and Whitney I had like a meeting with, and then they offered me the job, yeah.
Do you have to, they always say, and I don't know because I'm lazy and I can't write anything that's not about me.
Yeah.
they always say, like, you have to write a spec script and you got to hand in, like, your Two Broke Girl script, and then they read it.
Sure.
Is that what you had to do?
I mean, I didn't write a Two Broke Girl script, but they did read something that I'd written, and I'd written it like 8 years ago or 9 years ago. So I was like, when I saw it on the table, when I walked to the meeting, I was like, oh shit, I don't even know what's in that. Like, I don't even think I knew how to structure a script at that point.
What was the script? Do you remember?
Yeah. It was called Quinn. It was like kind of autobiographical about just a girl out of college, about a broke chick out of college.
So then it worked.
Yeah.
All right, good.
And I like kind of grew up in a very like the not rich one of a very rich family, so I also had the perspective of like what really rich people are like.
How does that work out? How are you the outlier in a rich family?
My dad is one of 8 kids, and grew up very wealthy. And then he kind of, he kind of lost it all. He lost all his money, but all of his siblings are like, super rich. Like there's a Murphy jet and stuff. And
really?
Yeah, so all my cousins grew up very wealthy, and then I was just with me and I'm like the only Jewish Murphy. I'm the only child. I'm the only one who didn't grow up without money. Like so. So
your dad marries a Jew.
My dad married a Jewish artist. Yeah.
Loses all of his money.
Yeah, he's put big Irish Catholic family out of Oregon. Big lumber business.
Oh, so you're from Oregon?
Yeah.
The most beautiful state, not named Hawaii, that I've ever driven through.
It's amazing.
I drove west to east to get to Spokane along the Columbia River.
Yeah.
And it was like being on mushrooms.
It's amazing.
And no one lives there. I don't get it.
It feels when I go back, it's like it's LA and Oregon feel like home. Like the drive from Portland to the coast is so soothing to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Why don't more people live in states like Colorado and Oregon? Why do you think that is? Why is everyone like smashed into New Jersey, smashed into LA? Like people live in like Indio and Zizix, but we can't fill out like Oregon.
I don't know.
Like nobody's in Bend. Nobody's in Grants Pass.
I don't have an answer.
So, right? Grants Pass is nice?
Yeah.
Show, those are 3 towns I knew. But if I didn't show you my hand, you would have been like, wow, Jay knows a lot about Oregon. He's cool. We should hang out. Oregon Ducks fan?
Yeah, big Ducks fan.
More importantly, you know so much about boxing, and you tweet all the time about boxing.
I do.
And you're a great Twitter follower for all the dudes out there.
Yeah.
That want to follow a really funny person.
Who want to fill the holes left by people who unfollow me when I start tweeting about sports.
Yeah, I get it too.
Yeah.
Because I'll live tweet like UFC fights. People are like, you're killing my timeline. I'm like, well, I told you I was going to be doing it.
Yeah, I get it. I'm sort of like, I'll get very like, hey girl, to my friends on there, like real girl like, and then I'll start tweeting about the playoffs. And
like,
people are
you
like,
and Amy Man are like tweeting puppy photos.
Yeah.
I'm like, look at this cat. It's hanging off of a watermelon.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're like, Sergio Martinez is hot and he has a blistering left hook.
Yeah, I do a lot. Yeah, I tweet a lot about how hot. That's why I like, you ever go to Outsports, the gay sports website? Or
am I on it?
Yeah, are you?
I don't know. I just got nervous for a second.
I just like it because it's kind of about gay athletes and stuff and about sports. But like, I kind of found that when they don't have big stories to talk about, they'll be like, look at these hot players on this team.
Yeah.
It's kind of exciting.
That is exciting.
Because for a girl watching or like a gay guy watching, you get to watch and you're into sports and you like the game, but then you also get to go like, I'd fuck that guy. I'd fuck that guy.
But you have odd taste. Like Sergio Martinez, the fighter, I get it. He's kind of like an Argentinian Jim Caviezel. And I've actually tweeted that to you. I don't want you to think I'm like just some hack. And that's my only Sergio Martinez joke, but it is. But then all of a sudden, like before we were on the air, you're like, Joakim Noah, so hot.
I think he's really cute, yeah.
And I think most people think he looks like a monster.
No, I think he's exotic looking and
exotic looking's one thing, but you don't think he looks like
I'm a kid. I was just like a 16-year-old girl with Jason Kidd posters on my wall, like.
And he looks like a monster. He is a monster.
Yeah, I mean,
Ask his wife.
I don't have.
Is he on that?
The one thing I think everyone that knows me can agree on is like my taste in men is not phenomenal. Like even when I pick them out like physically, so it's fine. Like I don't care. I just go, oh, I like that guy. I mean, my favorite boxer right now is Gennady Golovkin, the Kazakhstani guy.
You tweeted about this guy.
I tweeted about him forever ago. I'm
Two
just
Gs?
letting.
Is that the guy?
GGG.
Yeah, you were fired up about this guy.
I've been fired up about this guy for a long time. Just gonna say that I got in. People will know and they'll be like, I like him first, and I'll say no, I liked him first, but. I love him. He's adorable.
It's like you were listening to Bad Brains in like 85 and you're like, I was way ahead of you guys.
Yeah, I was way ahead of you guys. I saw him on like some Fox Sports West like fight and I was like, I'm into that guy. I flew out to New York to see him in like the middle of like a triple, like an HBO like triple header. And
is that the guy that I tweeted you? I said, looks like a Les Downsy Costa Zoo?
That's so funny because I think he looks like a Downsy Justin Long. That's so funny.
I can't believe you said that because I think Justin Long just looks downsy.
Oh, no, he doesn't.
I didn't know. I didn't have another link. Me and Justin Long auditioned for the same part.
Oh, really?
But the guy from Broken Lizard was meeting people at.
Was it part of someone's friend?
No, yes, it was. No, actually, it was the lead about a guy who has to give like a semen sample because he can't get his wife pregnant. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm living this right now. I'm shooting my wife. There's progesterone in that refrigerator, and I inject my wife with progesterone because we want another one because I have very low sperm count. So like, actually, what was happening in this hilarious like hijinks script, I was living, and the guy Shen Drakar, one of the Broken Lizard guys, the Indian one, he met everybody at Hotel Charmant. What is it? Chateau Marmont. Sorry. Yeah. I'm from Jersey. I don't know this Hollywood stuff. You guys.
You've lived out here for 50 years.
Yeah, but I'm on the west side, man. It's like being in a bubble. I went to the beach with my 2-year-old today. Like we were like doing diamond push-ups in the sand. So, and he had a meeting, and I'm like, you don't understand. Like, I'm living this. This is actually my life. I like the script. It's funny. I could do it. And he goes, you'd be great for it. And then Justin Long he made the meetings too close together. No. But then he didn't jettison me out. Then me and Justin Long are like awkward hello. He's holding a motorcycle helmet. And he's like, hey, what's up? And he's like, and he like waved Justin Long over. And then we're all just sitting at one table talking about the same script, realizing neither one of us have the part at this point.
That's hilarious.
Very weird. Space it out. Whenever you meet a director,
I've had that kind of thing. I had that happen with John Mayer once. It was John Mayer. I was going to say someone else. I was going to make up a story, but no, it was John Mayer. And like I remember.
Give me the made up version first, and I'll try to guess which one's real.
Who was I just going to make up and say that I met?
Scott Baio.
I think no, I can't even remember. I just slipped my mind, but I was going through my head the Rolodex. Like, was it Justin Timberlake? And then I picked somebody in my head, and I was like, it was that guy. And then before I said it, I realized it wasn't that guy at all. It's John Mayer. I remember it was John Mayer, and I don't know. I just remember I had a meeting with him, and I showed up at like the restaurant, it was like Beverly Hills Hotel or something like that, and he was sitting with somebody else, so I just like sat in another table for a while till they got up.
What was the meeting? What was he doing? Were you going to be a dancer in one of his videos?
No, he was going to do, I think, like a sketch, like he was maybe going to do a special kind of thing that had comedy in it.
Yeah, he is like obsessed about comedy.
Yeah.
It almost seems like the more he tries to do things that aren't just playing guitar and writing Your Body's a Wonderland, people loathe him for doing anything outside of their comfort zone.
I think people feel that way about everybody, though.
You think so?
Yeah, I think if you went on tour, like
when Eddie Murphy put out an album.
Yeah.
Party all the time.
I mean, I don't think it's like, I think the best you can hope is to be like the Bacon Brothers.
State Farms. Why can't I talk tonight? State Fairs. I'm saying State Farms. They do insurance commercials. Yeah, it is weird, like the Bacon Brothers. Like, if you're the other Bacon, the lesser than Bacon, it'd be like Alec touring with like Danny.
Yeah.
And like they're just doing, we're just going to workshop it. It's going to be fine, JJ. But the other Bacon guy has to know, like the only reason anyone's here is because this guy was, it's Kevin Bacon.
Right.
What, do you even know the other Bacon brother's name?
Crispy.
I like the stare. You stared me down like we were about to touch gloves.
His name's not Crispy Bacon.
It is Crispy Bacon. It's Kevin and Crispy and Matthew and Modine. And then, it is. I think you're right. So I answered my own question because you helped me. So John Mayer, why do they always say when you audition for a movie or a TV show, they always go like, Morgan, you got to meet him between 1 and 2 at the Beverly Hills Hilton because then he's leaving town. And so he's like, well, we're in Hollywood. Where is this showbiz mecca that every director like? Then he goes to Conroe, Texas. That's where showbiz headquarters is. He's only in L.A. for 1 hour Tuesday.
I think when people get really successful, they're either here or somewhere else.
Right.
Like the people that you have to like really work around their schedule. They're out in like Montana or something.
But you work on Two Broke Girls and you're a full-time writer and that's a wildly successful show. Do you think that people that audition for Two Broke Girls, their agents are telling them it's Wednesday and then they leave town. Then they got to go. Then they are in Eau Claire, Wisconsin for their hiatus.
I guess you're right.
No, I'm asking you. I don't know.
Do they, because I don't know which one you're talking. Are you talking about the people who audition or are you talking about us. Like,
has
we're
it ever
gonna be out of
happened to
town.
you where you were told two
Yeah.
times? We'll do two different ways.
All
Has it
right.
ever happened to you where someone's told you you got to meet them because they're leaving town?
Yes.
Which I find that it's just bullshit because they're not leaving L.A. because L.A. is where you put showbiz
Yeah.
together. It's not like you don't understand. This whole thing's being this Mission Impossible 3 is getting put together in Reno. Don't ask any questions. It's just how it goes. But that's what they always say. And then the second part of the question is, have you found or are you privy to information on Two Broke Girls where they tell actors like, you got to come in Monday because then everybody's leaving town?
No, but that we clearly wouldn't be leaving town. We're show-based. I mean, that we have offices and stuff.
So they only just said it to me?
Well, no. I mean, you didn't have to go to like a place that has an office and space that's permanent. We don't like all, there's like 15 of us. We'd all have to like be getting on a plane and leaving together.
Well, that would lead to the disillusionment of their leaving town. That
Right.
would exactly feed into. So the answer is no.
The answer is no.
I realized as it was rolling out of my mouth, I was thinking to myself, it's a sitcom, stupid. No one's going anywhere.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Is there anybody in the
It
writing
would be
staff-
fun to travel with it, though.
That would be fun. Take it on the road like dinner theater?
Yeah.
Would Garrett Morris be on time, though?
Garrett Morris is always on time.
Is he really?
He was late one time.
What was the reason? Diabetes.
I think he just forgot what time it started, which you can allow a man of his age to do that, I think.
How old is Garrett Morris?
He's like 75 or something.
Really?
I think so.
Black don't crack. He looks
maybe
good.
Maybe he's a little younger. He looks great.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Amy Schumer wants to marry you. Are you aware of this?
No.
She was here last week. and
We're
she
not
said
allowed
she
to legally yet.
Yeah, which is kind of absurd. But that she looks nothing like Joachim Noah. I'm sorry.
She's cute.
Yeah, if you like girls, I
Yeah.
guess. What do I know? But she did a whole Follow Friday thing on Twitter, and then she goes, but I just want to F Morgan Murphy and marry her.
That's so sweet.
And then she did a Morgan Murphy impression.
Was it just, every time someone's done an impression of me, I'm mortified, but go ahead.
And now I'm sitting with you right now,
Yeah.
and at the time I was like, wow, that's really good. But now I'm just sitting here talking to Morgan Murphy. I'm like, no, it was close.
She just sounded drugged.
She just, there was like a lisp that you don't have.
I have a little bit of a lisp.
And a frown that you don't have.
Oh, really?
I think that's more stage Morgan Murphy.
Yeah.
When you talk about your mom, you instantly start bending over.
And I add on that lisp for the stage.
Yeah.
That'd be great if I had a stage lisp.
Hey, guys. How often do you go up?
It depends. Like when I'm working, sometimes I'll go weeks without going up, and then I'll try to just cram like three. If I get like 3 sets in a week, that's a big week for me because it's just so hard to. It's so hard to plan, not to get out and do sets, but you call in your avails. If you're a comic Friday or Monday or whatever, I don't know what my week's going to be like,
right.
So I can't call in avails for most weeks unless I know it's like a hiatus week where we get out early. So it's really rough, and sometimes there are some rooms I can kind of show up at last minute, but
You sound to be more. You and I seem to be alike, where it's like some comics are. I don't know if I believe them, but they're like, oh, man, I gotta get up there. I just gotta go up every night, or I'm not sharp. And I'm like, if I'm working on a movie or something, I'm not even thinking about stand-up comedy at all because I'm kind of on this pirate ship that drift at sea. If you're on Two Broke Girls and you're in the middle of it and you're getting a nice check, and then you go home and you're surfing in Malibu, you're not really going, if only I was doing 15 minutes at the Comedy Store, my life would be complete.
I would love to be able to get up more. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work with my schedule, and it doesn't work. You can't leave your job to say I have a set, and you don't want to call people and bail on sets all the time. So
why don't you just walk into the Melrose Improv and say, Jay Mohr sent me?
What would happen?
I don't know. People would talk. If Morgan Murphy, like no one would ever and there's no like chart in their minds where you and I connect in any dimension whatsoever.
Yeah.
If you just Jay Mohr just said I'd come in and go up. So when do I go up? And they were like, no, you can't. You're like, no, you don't understand. Jay Mohr said I can go up. I call him JJ because he's John Jr. and we've known each other for months. We've known each other for days. Tonight you can go.
I'll try it tonight on my way home.
Yeah, just do it. Just boss the move. Just get in there and be like, yeah, I'm sorry. Is Dan here? Rita, Jay Mohr told me to come by and you put me right up. You know what? It would work, I bet.
Yeah.
It would work because they'd be so freaked out. Because I like the pie chart.
I bump like D'Elia and Chris Rock's areas. They just throw me on.
Ah! not bumped. Yeah. They just redid the whole Melrose Improv.
That's why I heard they're doing a whole bar lounge thing or something.
It's very nice, but everybody signed the old bar, but then some people were just hammered and signed it 40 times, and I thought, I think I'm going to stand out by not signing the bar.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you go Sunday or something? Did you go? I was going to go.
I do every Tuesday, and then and if you ever want to come by, go up and do time on Tuesday.
Oh, thanks.
I mean, sure. I would love it. I mean,
I've actually been going up more lately because I'm taping that hour thing. So I've been trying. Now,
where are you taping the hour? And it seems like you're in a tough spot because you're not able to go out as much because you have a full-time job. But then all of a sudden, where will your hour be?
I'm just doing it myself at that the Meltdown Comics place, and it's going to be. I mean, I don't know. I'm excited about it, but that's like particularly why I'm nervous. So I'm going down to San Diego Sunday to do hours down there, and then come up here. I'm going to do an hour at the Ice House. And
how do you know you have an hour unless you've been up cracking it out, or is that what the San Diego trip?
That's what San Diego trip's for. But I've been doing I've been doing 45 to an hour randomly when I can, and like last hiatus, doing it for weeks at a time on the road. So like when I get time off, I'll go try to do the road as much as I can. And so I know, it's just 13 years in. I have, I recorded a CD in 2006.
What was that called?
I never put it out.
Whoa.
Yeah. So like I did an hour then.
That'd be a great name for a CD, by the way.
What?
That'd be a great name for a CD.
Yeah.
Morgan Murphy. I never put it out.
It's, I think I'll end up putting out some of it. It's so weird. I was talking about this in like therapy today, actually, about like the difference between me then and me now is like at this point, I just have to give it to somebody and let them do it. Because if I'm allowed to watch it or see it or listen to it, I'll decide it's not good enough. And I
record almost every set now on my iPhone, and I will listen to about 10 minutes, and I'll go, I can't.
It's heartbreaking.
It's awful.
It's awful. It's the worst.
And I was just there.
I can't believe that I'm listening to something people came to see. Like when I listen to it, I'm like, oh, other people had to hear this. Like it's really. That's where you and I part ways. I'm very full of myself. Yeah.
And my self-esteem is terrific. She thinks that I'm an actor that learned how to do comedy, and I think I was born a comic. But she said I don't have any of the holes in me that every comic needs to fill.
Yeah.
So, but then I listen to my set and I'm like, this is just fucking stupid. And I'm going too fast and like I'm kind of embarrassed.
Yeah.
I'm just driving home alone, embarrassed by myself.
Yeah.
But I know I need to listen to it because there's new stuff and there's ad libs that I need to just make the snowball bigger and rounder. But when you go to therapy,
that's what I'm trying to do now. But like stuff, I guess.
So it's really we all just have a half hour, but we just keep tagging until it's an hour.
Yeah.
And by tagging,
then finding out like a segue. You're like, oh, those two go together.
Yeah.
If I just sew them. If I sew those two jokes together. So it's kind of fun to figure out when that happens.
How often do you go to therapy?
Every week, but I missed like the last 2 weeks.
And then you do 2 hours in a row?
No, I just went in
50
and told
minutes
her I forgot.
Instead of the 1 hour, it's under the illusion of 1 hour, but at 50 minutes they kick you out. So you don't bump into Justin Long in the waiting room.
I go to this like new therapist in Glendale, and it's just like I used to go in Brentwood, and it's just a different clientele in the waiting room. It's real interesting.
People with actual problems in Glendale?
I think people with actual problems. It's like it's just like a room on the freeway in Glendale, just like the freeway's going by, and it's a little bit more low rent, but I like it. She's good. She's a good lady.
When I went to therapy, when I had panic attacks, she told me not to come back because she gave me a prescription that helped my panic attacks, and then I
Xanax?
said. When I fly, but then I don't like taking it because I get anxiety ridden that I'm going to get addicted to Xanax.
Yeah.
So I'd rather I just get on the plane, I close my eyes, and I fall asleep. Klonopin. And then when the Klonopin started working, I went to her to tell her. I went back in a week, and she goes, "How's it going?" I said, "It's great." And then she goes, "Oh, okay." And I said, "So do I come back next week?" Because I only know from television. You lay down. First of all, I wanted to see her.
It sounds like you went to a psychiatrist.
I went to a psychiatrist, psychopharmacologist.
So, like, you went to someone who pretty much does meds and doesn't do, like talking.
Yeah, but I didn't know that, and I was really disappointed. I'm used to, like, the New Yorker cartoon where the guy's laying on the couch, and she's in, like, a chicken suit going, well, we've tried everything.
You need a therapist who doesn't prescribe medication. I mean, you don't need one. I'm not saying you need one, but you could help.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
So you go to a psychologist.
I go to both, yeah.
What do you mean both?
You go to one person for your medication, one person for your chit-chat.
But don't you feel for your psychologist that at some point you're smarter than the psychologist and you realize that you could be a psychologist just because you're running circles around this person?
Yes.
Once you get them caught up on you, there's really nothing to talk about.
Yeah, but I think it's especially important for like someone like me. Like I live alone. Like other than being at work, I'm alone a lot. Like I kind of like sort of a homebody. So she's the only person I really talk to about the stuff in my head out loud. You want me to call you?
Yeah.
That would be a new podcast.
No, I mean,
It's me too.
if you ever just want to just say what's up, if you're just someplace and feel shitty, just call me. I'm being completely serious.
No, I just found it helps. I've been going for so long. And I found like when I don't go,
and I'm free.
I get worse.
You get worse.
Yeah.
Because you keep introverting and introverting?
Yeah, I get worse. And then I go, I should go back. And then I go back. And so it's just like trying to keep it consistent even when you don't want to go. I never want to go, ever. Like it's like working out. I never want to do it, but I try to do it.
So it's like the universe is unfolding all the time, but if you don't go to therapy, you keep contracting and folding in on yourself all the time.
Yeah, I just like internalize everything.
But what's weird to me, Morgan, is you do stand-up, you're super funny. Like you are actually funny. Like you're you're just a comic.
Oh, thank you.
Then you write on a show that's not going anywhere. So you're validated there. And then we were talking off mic about how you'll just rent a spot and you'll go surfing.
Yeah.
So those are not the actions of somebody that needs to go to therapy from two different people twice a week.
But that is like therapy. Like all those things are, like I do get hotel rooms in LA a lot.
Yeah.
And like to me, that's like, it's the same thing that like therapy would, it's just, I don't know. It's all stuff that I think as you get older, you find things that make you, I don't even want to say happier, but that like help you deal with your stress. And, it's all the same stuff, like going and renting, going surfing or like going and staying at a hotel in West Hollywood for no reason. Like
we do that a lot.
Yeah, I like it.
Especially if you have a kid. My advice to any parent, once a month, just give it to your parents and just go to a hotel room, close the blinds, and just catch up on all your movies for 48 hours. Never get out of bed.
Yeah.
Room service, open door in your pajamas.
Sounds more fun when you're with a person. I just do it solo.
You're bumming me out.
It's all right. It's fun. I mean, it's
but
nice.
text me where you are, and I'll at least text something like amusing about that place. Like there's so many. Like I know you're friends with Amy Mann. You were in that video I saw.
Yeah.
When I was looking up all things Morgan Murphy.
She's my bestie. Is that what they say?
Jerry Maguire soundtrack. She was on.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
No,
like,
you
I
got
was
cut
on the
out.
Jerry Maguire soundtrack.
Yeah, your spoken word. It was odd. It just didn't fit. It was just weird. A little kid's talking about the human head weighs 8 pounds, and you're like, well, beneath the wheel could be interpreted many ways. You have all these people. Why am I like being your life coach? If you just want to do all these things,
I'm not asking to be coach.
I know you were. I'm realizing I'm just completely glomming onto you.
The hotel thing's like a new thing. I realize. I think because this is like totally honest. When you start working on a show and making a good amount of money, I mean, it's certainly more money than most people, make. Like for me, I had to start justifying why I'm there, I guess. And part of that is spending the money in ways that make me happier, but not spending the money in ways that like make me happier for a second. Like I realize that staying at hotels and like getting away for a day refreshes me and makes me kind of feel better overall, as opposed to like going and buying shoes or something like that.
But what do you do when you're in the hotel that makes you feel so much better?
I don't know. I mean, I get a lot of hotels out in like Santa Monica, and then I like go in the morning and try to take a surfing lesson. That's kind of been this year.
And then just nap?
And then watch TV. I mean, I was at a hotel, like I watch a lot of sports, and I was watching when the NCAA, in March, I was in a hotel in Santa Monica in the bathtub watching the basketball game. And I was like, and I texted, Shangri-La, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Shangri-La. Yeah.
Let's just go with it.
Why not?
Yeah.
And,
Put that up on the board.
Yeah, it was Shangri-La, Huntley, one of those.
Story, yeah.
And, so I'm in
John
a
Mayer and you were at
bathtub on the beach watching a basketball game. Like it feels like a vacation because I live far enough away that like it's an hour drive, 45-minute drive. I don't know. This is boring.
No, it's not boring.
Really?
You don't pull the plug on yourself. No, it's not. I won't let you get away with that.
But then I have this whole This is so weird. I have this whole thing where like when I buy things or spend money on things, like I'm renting a house on the beach next week in San Diego when I'm go do sets down there. And when I do stuff like that, I have this whole thing where I'm grateful to have a job so that I have money to do this. Like,
sure, but I mean, that makes sense.
yeah.
It's not frivolous.
I know,
I mean,
it's
because
just
you
like
didn't spend any money up until like Two Broke Girls.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I worked on Kimmel. I worked on Fallon. I had jobs and stuff in between but Crank Anchors.
Do you ever want to be on one of those shows? Like, do you sit on the sidelines and go, I'd like to be one of the waitresses on Two Broke Girls? Like, is that the end game for you? Or do you like being behind the scenes writing stuff so other people can get the laughs?
I like doing both. Like, in an ideal situation, there'd be a show where I would be able to write on it and have a small enough part that I could do both. But
what would you play on that show, Morgan Murphy?
I have some version of myself because that's my range.
That's fucking quote of the show right there. Hey, 60 seconds. We'll be right back. DollarShaveClub.com. I use it. It's awesome, and it takes the pain in the ass out of your day. Getting a good shave can be a real pain in the ass. Searching through 50 different brands, matching new blades to old handles, bullshit features where your razor doubles as a flashlight and a vibrating toothpick. Forget it, dude. $20 for new razors? Forget it, dude. Asking a guy to unlock the razors? Forget it, dude. Go to DollarShaveClub.com. Get high-quality razors. I've received these myself. I put my name on it. These are rad. They're great. Smooth, buttery shave. And they're delivered right to your door just for a couple bucks a month. They made it simple. High-quality razors, 100% guaranteed, sent on schedule, so you never have to think about it ever again. Every month, you get a new pack, and every week, you change your blade. And it costs a fraction of what you would pay at retail. I want you to try it. Go to DollarShaveClub.com/J. You'll get a free sample of Dr. Carver's Easy Shave Butter, which is awesome, with your first shipment. Also makes the perfect Father's Day gift. Oh yeah, Father's Day. Hook him up. Dollar Shave Club, something he can actually use. Support this show. Go to DollarShaveClub.com/JAY or click the Dollar Shave Club banner on jmohr.com. This is the real deal. Great product. I use it every damn day. DollarShaveClub.com. All right, so Joaquin Noah, you think is hot. And I said to you, his father, I know, Yannick Noah, was like a super gorgeous guy when he played tennis.
Yeah.
And you said your taste in guys is really weird. My wife says Ralph Fiennes in Schindler's List when he's fat.
Really?
Like, that's like uber hot. And you know, she also, like Steve Buscemi, she's always thought was hot.
I don't know. I just have like, my taste in... I just don't have great, taste in dudes.
Well, it's great taste for you if that's what you think is attractive.
I don't know.
But what is it? Is it Joaquin Noah, the way he rebounds? Like, there has to be something
other...
Are we
recording again?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were actually taking a break.
No, that's just, we put commercials in. Otherwise, it's all like 6 minutes of commercials in the front.
I thought this was like chit-chat during the commercial. And
that's good. That's good that you think that's how comfortable it is here. I don't know what you're doing on everybody else's podcast, but here we just chit-chat and we hang out and we talk about your cool Oregon hat, which I believe that's a rainbow trout on the top of your hat.
Probably. I got it on eBay and I won it for $10 on eBay and I was really excited about it.
It's a good hat.
I'm very excited about the Damian Lillard Rookie of the Year situation.
I'm excited about Matthew Lillard maybe getting another Scooby-Doo movie.
Yeah, both of them.
Maybe the two of them.
It was a big year for both of them.
Damian can play Scrappy-Doo. And Matthew Lillard can just stick to his role. So you're a big Portland Trailblazers fan then? I'm like
I'm not a statistician about like any sports and stuff, but I was born in Portland. I have my heart's in Portland, so like Clippers and Blazers are kind of my
The Blazers are a team, like, when I see them, they have so much talent on the court, I don't know why they suck. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking because there's no better fans than, like, Portland fans, like fans at the Rose Garden.
Yeah, but I don't know why they were bad this year. I think next year they'll be really, really good.
Yeah, there's a lot of young teams that I feel like will be better.
They always say in sports, youth is completely overrated. Like when the Patriots were banging up those Super Bowls, like Tom Brady was really the only like young guy.
Yeah. Like
Teddy Bruschi and all those linebackers were like old ass men, and Vince Wilfork.
Yeah, especially at playoffs, I feel like experience really counts.
But you're about the fights.
I love boxing. I don't know why. I started.
Did you watch it with your dad as a kid?
No. My dad.
mom.
I grew up with my mom, so my mom never watched it. I guess my grandpa watched it. I heard. I don't know. I mean, but no one ever. I started working out at the Wild Card gym here in L.A., Freddie Roach's gym, and I was working out there for a few years, and I just got.
Hold on. Just stop
Yeah.
for a second. You're admittedly a depressed person.
Yeah.
With low self-esteem, that's kind of bummed out. But in the last 14 minutes, you've said all things I wish I was doing. Do you understand that? You have a full-time job writing for a sitcom.
But I got really depressed and stopped boxing and haven't been back in years.
Okay, but you were depressed and started boxing.
Sure.
You're depressed and you surf.
Yeah.
You're renting a beach house in San Diego to work out your new hour for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
And then you're going to go at Nerdist, Nerd Melt, which is Chris Hardwick's room, to do like your new hour. These are all things that like I wish I was doing.
But it's all stuff
I'm calling Barry Katz going, when the fuck do I put up my new hour? I'm ready.
Yeah, but I'm doing the hour. I'm financing it myself and putting it up myself and stuff. And that's something I should have done 5 years ago, 4 years ago. I've been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. And finally, I just said, like, I have to do it and give myself a deadline to do this. And then the other stuff is, as far as depression and stuff, I've been dealing with that for so long that it's almost like work. It's like I figured out things that I know I have to do because I've gone through periods where I haven't done any of them. Like if it don't work out for a long time or I don't do something for myself that's like nice for a long time, I know that the result is so horrific that I have to do this stuff.
How horrific? I don't know. I've never been depressed.
It's for me, it gets bad. Like it gets to the end bad. So
really,
yeah. So it's like, I don't know. It just I've the last, I would say 3-4 years since I was 15, 16, kind of dealing with it like actually medically. The last 3 or 4 years have been pretty good because I just said screw it with the I'm going to go off my medication. Like everything that you do where you say I'm going to go off my medication and
it doesn't really work out.
Fuck
usually.
this and I'm going to live like this. Like it's never worked for me and it's been destructive. And I mean, not that I live a great, super healthy life. I drink and I smoke and
Yeah, but you're wild card gym boxing, Malibu surfing.
Yeah, I try to do things that will keep me from killing myself.
How would you kill yourself?
I don't know. I'm on the 10th floor of my building, so I'd probably just take a leap.
You're just in a Stephen Hawking's chair the rest of your life. Like I almost did it. If only I was on the 15th floor.
Oh, you thought I was deadpan before.
He cheated on his wife, Stephen Hawking's.
Yeah.
Do you find that fascinating? Like there's like specials on TV. Why men cheat?
He's a genius. People want to fuck him. That's
All right,
there's
is
nothing.
he on your list next to Joakim
No,
Noah
but there's kind of nothing better than a genius. That's the sexiest thing in the world, I think.
Yeah, but one that drools.
Yeah, but I know stupid people who drool.
Yeah, you're right. But the fact that he found a woman to marry him.
Yeah.
And he can only talk through a computer, like he's on like OK Computer Radiohead, like fitter, happier, more productive, suck it, suck it, suck it. And then he's probably acts like it's a mistake to his nurse.
Yeah.
But then he cheated on it twice. Like even Stephen Hawking is like a baller.
A baller or just like a dirtbag, you could say. Like,
yeah, it's unbelievable.
He's still a man. He's like one of the smartest men in the history of the universe, and he's still a man.
I have needs. That's Morgan after she jumps out the 10th floor. We're 10th floor in Manhattan or LA?
No, LA.
Yeah, you wouldn't die at all from a 10th floor in LA.
Yeah, I would.
Actually, you would, yeah.
Like it's like this. What's the ground softer?
No, I made a mistake. I was thinking. I was like, no, that won't
you
even.
You know how LA's all squishy.
Yeah,
you know that.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yo, in LA, you're walking, it's all soft as shit.
Marshmallow floors in LA.
Shit, ain't that a bitch? World star hip hop, son. Oh, speaking of, you follow Bossip on Twitter, and you have Twitter skills. Some people like I am Colin Quinn. Colin is the all-time.
He's the best.
He's won Twitter. Nobody comes close.
He's so funny. And by the way, I think one of the most underrated comedians working. Like one of the funniest people. When I moved to New York, he was like the first comic I saw where I was like, Well, now I'm glad I live in New York because I get to watch this. Like,
Yeah.
he's amazing.
He's one of the only guys that has absolutely his own rhythm.
Yeah.
It's like we all have this rhythm, and even if as different as you are as a comic, there's still a rhythm. You can apply it to a person before you. There's a predecessor.
Yeah.
And with Colin, there's no. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like there's no predecessor whatsoever. He'll just go up on stage and go like, "You guys hear about? They stole the art at the jail. How do they know it was stolen and replaced it with a fake? That means some guy knelt to pray and went, Padre, this is inauthentic." And I'm like watching this at Caroline's, like just him being a cholo at Rikers Island going, "This is inauthentic." Like he wins Twitter.
He likes boxing too, which is great.
He's
like,
a huge.
really any
He used to
comedian
fight
knows
at
what-
Gleason's gym, and then him and I were at a club.
I took him to that Golovkin fight.
You did?
Yeah, we were like socking each other. Like it was such a great fight. Yeah, he's biting his hand.
I don't know how. I don't even know why this guy's still standing.
You'll like this. Colin, I looked up to so much, and it's like people you idolize, but you got to hold
Yeah.
your shit together because you want to be cool and hang out with them more.
course.
And I'm like, yeah, I box. I knew he boxed from a friend who boxed with him, and I go, I box. He goes, where do you box? I go, Gleason's gym. He goes, that's where I box. I'm like, oh yeah, Bobby McQuilla, like my friend, he's trained with this guy that trained somebody, and he goes,
Oh my God, that's like incredible lineage. We have Bobby McQuilla. He taught Ali to swivel.
I'm like, yeah, it's pretty good. And he goes,
What size gloves do you wear?
and I had no idea what the fuck he was talking about. And I go, 8-ounce gloves, which 8-ounce gloves are like ski mittens. And he goes,
Oh my God, what are you guys doing out in the parking lot? That is crazy.
and he could have completely aired me out, but maybe he really believed that this like 20-year-old kid from Jersey's like,
really
no,
funny.
give me the 8-ounce gloves.
Yeah.
If someone's getting cut.
That's like what a girl does to like like be part of her boyfriend's interests. Like that's what you were doing. You're like, oh yeah, no, I love them.
I love it, yeah. And like I named a gym.
I've been to Gleason's. I like it.
Is that where Tyson had the gun in his mouth by Teddy Atlas?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you know that story?
I know the I know the story, but I don't know if that's.
It's amazing how Mike, they took everyone away from him that caused him fear piece by piece. Anybody that told him like, hey man, get your shit together and get dressed, we're going home. They're like, you're fired.
Yeah.
You're fired. Anybody that put doubt in his mind, they just created a savage beast. Having your own receptionist, that would be great and all, but paying their salary, that's expensive. That's why thousands and thousands of entrepreneurs are now using eVoice to enhance their image, work faster, make more money. That's what you got to do. You got to make more money. You can try eVoice right now for free. Did you hear what I just said? Free. It's free, bro. eVoice right now is free when you go to evoice.com and use the promo code J, as in my name, Jay. With eVoice as your virtual assistant, you get your own toll-free number, dial by name directory. All your calls will be professionally answered and routed wherever you want. eVoice even types out all your voicemail messages and emails them to you instantly, just like with a real receptionist, but without having to pay a receptionist. You know what I mean? That's a pain in the neck. Forget that lady. Just use eVoice. With eVoice, your toll-free number and virtual assistant start at $10 a month. That's it, my man. $10 a month. You can operate like a boss, stay lean like a startup, and blow away your competitors. eVoice has been mentioned as a key tool for today's businesses in both Inc. magazines and Forbes. I believe in eVoice. I want you to try eVoice, and eVoice is free right now for 30 days. Go to eVoice.com, promo code JAY, eVoice.com, promo code J, or just go to jmohr.com and click the eVoice banner right now. eVoice, like a boss.
I love that Guerrero. I was just thinking about the Guerrero clip you showed.
Ruben Guerrero. By the time this airs, this fight will have been finished.
Oh, should I not have brought it up?
No, it's fine. And Guerrero's son will have been knocked out by Floyd Mayweather. Why couldn't Mayweather and Pacquiao get it together? Who do you think Morgan Murphy was ducking who?
I think Mayweather's ducking.
Why?
I just think
if you really have that much bravado.
I honestly don't know if he would duck. I don't know if the fight is as important now as it would have been a year ago, 2 years ago, obviously.
Not.
But
Pacquiao went to sleep.
I just think that he thought this is a guy who can beat him. I really do. That's what I believe. But I mean, I also have like allegiance. Like I love Freddie, and Freddie used to let me watch Manny train, and it was like the coolest thing in the world. So like I love him so much.
What's the intensity like when you're in the wild card gym and you're watching a guy like Pacquiao train? Does the actual energy change? in the room, like when you watch greatness at that level?
Yes. Yeah, it's amazing. It's
like
just
Jane's Addiction taking the stage, and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, if you like Jane's Addiction, absolutely.
I'm trying to read your mind. It's like when Morrissey hits the stage at Hammerstein Ballroom, do I get another one?
You can get another
It's like when Shooter Jennings takes the stage.
Shooter Jennings
at Nerd Mouth. I'm just trying to make you laugh.
No, it's amazing, like to watch those guys like work and spar, and then you just I don't know. I've never seen more discipline in any kind of athletics than people training for a fight. It's so nuts. I never sparred. I just fought. I just worked out there. Amy Mann too, and I don't even understand how they do it. It's like a dedication.
Carry. Don't tell me about Amy Mann.
But
who's that guy with her in the video? I was like, dump to zero, get with the hero. I was like 15 years old,
really?
Watching the Till Tuesday video, going, she shouldn't be with that guy at the opera. She should be with me, and we'll get out of this place. You want
me to tell her that?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
All right.
Get her in here. Is she here now?
She'll
She's
do
in your
it.
car?
She's
Really?
in my car, yeah.
She's in your car?
She's waiting in my
She's
car.
in the U-Haul truck? That guy let his kids out? Hope he listened to this podcast, the fucking creep.
By the way, you know what I love about the Guerrero thing too? I was just thinking is like I love how many boxers' dads are getting into the mix now. Like that's a great element because it's like his dad, like Garcia's dad.
Yeah, you're
right.
Like
Mayweather's dad, even
don't even forget
everyone's
Floyd's dad started it all.
Now they should just have a thing where all the dads fight.
He said, "Oh my God, the senior league."
That would
Let me set this up for everybody. Guerrero is fighting Mayweather. The fight will have happened when by the time this goes on. I'll just hold the mic with my hands. Maddie, do you have the blue mic or the red mic?
Blue mic.
Oh yeah, we should switch that. So. This is Ruben Guerrero. His son is fighting Floyd Mayweather. His son is Robert Guerrero. Do you know who he lost to? He's 31-1. I I don't know. All right. So he's going to get his ass destroyed.
I think he will, yeah.
So here is his father, who looks alarmingly like Cheech Marin in a Red Freak sketch.
But he's also like, he's kind of straight out of like American Me. Like he's just
like Danny Trejo.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, man. All right. But I want the listeners to see if this will work. The fact that he starts it by saying, I don't talk shit. And then, here you go. Let's see. Tepid applause.
My son's ready. And May 4th, baby, you guys going to find out. Everything we do, my son's blessed. I'm blessed. No matter what I am what I am. And I'm the real deal. And I don't talk shit, man. I back it up. Baby. Anytime, anywhere, like I said. And we're going to beat up that woman beater. The one that beat up his wife, man. His wife in front of his kids. You guys like that shit? Like this guy, woman beater? He must have learned that from his dad. Woman beater, baby. We're going to beat that woman beater. See how he's going to like it. He's going to get it from a real man. Damn woman beaters. We're going to beat that woman beater down. You guys hear me? What I said, baby. All right, it's okay. Beat up his wife in front of his kids.
I like the guys in the background going, man, sit your ass down. Yeah. Shut your mouth, man.
The guy goes, you're about to cry.
You about to cry. You was crying like a pussy. And he's still talking shit. But Morgan Murphy, you may have had the idea of the century is fathers of fighters fighting. So you get who headlines?
It's Danny Garcia's dad, right? Like
Danny Garcia?
Not
Danny died, didn't he?
No. What's his name? Who am I thinking
You are
of?
the quickest looker-upper on a phone I've ever seen in my
Really?
life. You're like Garcia from Criminal Minds. While you're looking at that, go to jmohr.com, click the Amazon banner, like our friend Tom Pellegrino. JJ, I'm in charge of our company's wellness program. We have on-site yoga, Pilates, and boot camp, and our yoga mats were starting to look a little ratty. So what did I do? I went to jmohr.com and clicked on that Amazon link. I ordered 20 yoga mats. Whoa! 2 oscillating fans and 5 jumbo packs of Lysol wipes to get the funk off the mats. Later, Tom. So there you have it. That's nice. You do yoga?
I've been doing Pilates. Whatever that means.
That guy that invented Pilates was a genius. He couldn't exercise because he was injured from the war, right?
I don't know.
It's on the history of Pilates. It's a big show up right now. It'll be on right after Bulls Nets. History of the Bible, and then history of Pilates. And then it's between Pontius Pilate and Pilates. I believe a guy was horribly injured and he couldn't like do crazy exercises.
Oh yeah,
so that's why
it was
everything's
like,
so compact and isolated.
Yeah, it's like it's supposed to help you if you're like paralyzed or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Which you're emotionally paralyzed.
I'm emotionally
so Pilates
paralyzed
is perfect
and
for you.
physically I'm very close to it.
I don't think so. I saw you strutting through the arbor, and you're very tall, and you look terrific.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm not lying. You're welcome.
Yeah, I like hearing that in Santa Monica. That's nice.
Well, this is the Palisades, so it's even better. It's even better because Santa Monica. So yoga I can't do because I forget that I like knowing that breathing is an involuntary muscle, and I don't like to be reminded of it.
Yeah.
And so when you're in yoga, or like when you get a massage and they go, okay, just give me like a couple deep breaths. I'm like, wow, I'm not breathing. Like, what's going on? And then, but in yoga, they just keep telling you to breathe and inhale and exhale. But my inhales are way deeper. I wrestled, so maybe my lung capacity is, well, it is. It's huge.
Yeah.
So when everyone else is exhaling, I'm still taking it in. So then I got like hyperventilate to keep up with the class, or I'm the lone wolf in the corner when everyone's like downward dog going, whoo, and they just think I'm, staring at their packages.
That's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate, but that's very first world
That's
problems.
sad for you, man.
So whose father were you talking about?
It is Danny Garcia's dad. I was getting nervous that I was out of my mind, but yeah, Danny Garcia's dad is.
So you got Danny Garcia versus Floyd Mayweather Sr. I got Floyd Mayweather Sr.
I got now
beating
Guerrero's
everyone.
dad versus Garcia's dad.
I don't see anybody beating Floyd Mayweather Sr.
Really?
Yes, I don't see anybody doing that.
I don't know.
What about?
I feel
what
like
about
there's a lot of
Cassius
falling
Clay
down
Sr.?
there, even without hitting him. I feel like there's a
falling
lot
down.
of falling down, a lot of slipping.
Yeah. But this guy had sunglasses on. Like to watch, if you guys want to look up that video, it's Ruben Guerrero. He really looks like he's like doing a sketch about a Mexican boxing trainer. Like, I don't talk shit, I back it up. I back it up. It's like, you're not fighting Floyd Mayweather, bro.
I think Garcia's dad made like a racial like slur about Amir Khan. That was what happened.
That is right.
Yeah.
And Amir Khan, everyone had their hopes pinned on him, and he lost, right?
Yeah, I think he's
Bromer. How much do you love Bromer?
Down. I like him. I like little guy. I like Abner Mares and Darchinian, Victor. I like the weird, I like the Armenian guys and the Kazakhstani guys and stuff.
But I thought Bromer, your eyes would have lit up because he's so weird. He'll play like Sony PlayStation until they're introducing him.
Yeah, no,
and then he just goes downstairs with like Twizzlers
likable.
in his mouth.
Yeah.
He's straight hood.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
He probably has your Joachim Noah Le Coq Sportif sneakers that you're showing us.
That I want.
Why don't you just buy?
I just want
because they're not
someone
available
from
in the
France
U.S.
to send them to me. Yeah, I can't find them.
But you can get like shit from Hermes. You can't get shit from Le Coq Sportif.
I tried.
Really?
I did my best. I looked online.
What happens if I get them delivered to your apartment in where do you live?
I live in Los Feliz.
What's your address?
I'd be so
it's
happy.
only 250,000 people. What if I get them delivered to your house?
That'd be incredible. You don't know my shoe size, and it's embarrassing to say on the air.
What is it?
It's really big.
Yeah, well, you have large feet. I see that. It's like fucking Elton Brand sitting
I
there.
know. I wear like 12 in ladies.
What is that in a guy?
I wear like a 10 and a half, 10 and a half.
But you're very tall. You're damn near 6 feet,
I know,
right?
but I had like the same size feet when I was like 5'3", and it was mortifying.
Really?
Yeah, the doctor thought I was going to be like 6'2", 6'3".
And he was almost right.
Yeah, but thank God I didn't. I mean, that would have been weird.
What? Why?
I don't know. There's just something about like being over 6 foot as a woman where you're that's what you are. Like you go from being tall to being like, oh, that girl who's like 6'4". Like that's
I think your friends that listen to this and people that like you that listen to this will agree with me. You are not nearly as odd as you believe for yourself.
Oh, I never said I was really odd. I just,
What did I say?
Odd.
Oh, no. What I meant to say was you're not awkward. I don't know. You seem to think that you're, that there's this thing of you not fitting in and being like this outsider. But
no, I do it to myself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like literally when you came in the house, it was like, hey, like we met briefly. I think the last time I saw you do stand-up comedy live was like 4 years ago at Doug Benson Interruption at Upright Citizens Brigade in New York City. Do you remember any of the jokes from your first CD that you didn't release? And then the follow-up question, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I did. I used to do this joke where I said, oh God, what did I say? I said,
I wish you just did that for 11 minutes straight. I said,
I'm trying to think of how the joke starts. I said, if you're driving and you hit a dog, is it appropriate to get out of the car and say, yo, why you all up in my grill, dog?
Why aren't you releasing this? It's funny.
I'll do something with it.
Why don't you just release it?
Maybe I will.
But you have to name it. I never put it out. Morgan Murphy. I never put it out. That's a good name.
Put it out. Maybe I will. Credit you.
I just want to get you those sneakers.
All right.
I'm so happy you're here doing the podcast.
It's so nice to be here.
It was Twitter, people saying, what the fuck's going on? Why aren't you guys getting together?
Yeah.
And I kept writing, Morgan's been invited. Morgan's been invited. And then finally, out of nowhere, you just tweeted me and said, I'm ready to podcast.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah. I'm on a break from work. I feel all right. I feel like, if people don't like me, I don't care anymore. So that's
why
nice.
should you?
Yeah.
Now you got 2 new people that like you. We think you're great.
Oh, thanks.
And if you're ever on the West Side, please text me or call me so we can jump in the ocean.
All right. Or if I need just therapy.
Yeah, or just whatever. For real.
All right.
I mean, there's no reason to not.
Yeah.
We talked. I was at the gas station the other night, and we talked for like 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
We were goofing off, and you told me how Jim Florentine
took me to my first strip club.
Yeah.
Or like Crank Yankers. I went to my first strip club with the Crank Yankers group in Vegas, and I was the only girl writer. They had a sign on my door that said female writer, and they took me, and of course, like everyone wants to buy like a 21-year-old girl shots and have like buy me lap dances and stuff. Yeah. So everyone's buying me lap dances.
6 foot redhead, nothing going
Florentine
on here.
just we were giving money to the dance. We go to the part that I don't know, the area where the lady's dancing on the stage.
I think it's called the stage.
The stage.
Yeah.
And
I'm guessing.
the lady was so wasted, and she literally
this is
was
in Las
going
Vegas?
in Vegas. She's like, she just kept going, oh, the Patron, oh, the Patron. And I felt so bad for her, and I started like asking her stuff about her life, and Florentine was like, stop talking to her.
Doesn't he sound like Colin?
He does, yeah. They have the similar
So glad
gravel.
Black Sabbath's getting back together. It's going to be the best. Bill Ward's not on drums, but who cares? They got the guy from Rage Against the Machine.
You're doing Colin impression, but without the hands. Like with Colin, you also do like a fey hand. You do like
Of course I do.
Colin's also a little Harvey Keitel.
Yeah.
They're very similar.
I love him.
They're very similar.
Yeah, Florentine, and then you told me he got mad at you in the strip club.
Yeah, for talking to the stripper, and like I was trying to ask her about her life and stuff because I felt bad for her.
What were you gonna do if she just laid it all out for you? Like, how are you gonna remedy this poor gal's Padron?
She got her tits in my face, and she's grinding on me, and everyone's watching, and I'm like deeply uncomfortable, and just like, oh, so where'd you go to school?
Fame. She went to Fame. It was Coco.
She's got like her MFA or whatever. Is that a thing, an MFA?
Yeah, it is now.
All
you just created a thing. That's the Morgan fucking Murphy degree. Doesn't read time out. It's the MFM. MFMD, the Morgan fucking Murphy degree from the School of Hard Knocks. Do you remember her name?
I don't know, drunk black chick.
I don't think we're going to top that. Follow Morgan Murphy's going to be on Twitter all of June.
Yeah, most of June, yeah. Probably take a couple of days off.
Don't miss this.
Yeah.
Make sure you go to Morgan_Murphy.
Yeah.
She's a very good follow.
Live from Indianapolis.
You're not from Indianapolis.
No, what if I went just to do a live month of Twitter from Indianapolis?
I'm live tweeting. Yeah. Your photography, I meant to get to this earlier. I'm so glad I didn't forget this. You're a great fucking photographer.
Thank
and
you.
I remember I followed you on Twitter because you would take photos of like a pen and a pen holder in a guy's shirt pocket sleeping next to you on an airplane, but like the Sierra Madre Mountains were out the window behind you. What do you still do photography?
Yeah, I love it. It's like my favorite hobby.
Is there a place people can? I mean, people really.
I put a lot of stuff on Instagram, and I have a Tumblr. I haven't put
at checkout. Use the offer code JAY5 for 10% off. That's all you got to do. JAY the number 5. Or go to fakemustache.com or podcast1.com. Click on the Squarespace banner on the More Stories page. Squarespace, everything you need to create an exceptional website.
Put your name on it. Just put your name on it. That's all I say. Be a man or a woman. Put your name on it.
Well, I'd like to hear about it, potheads.
How the fuck you gonna know how to be great if you don't study greatness? Look at the game tape.
Donuts.
If you wanna battle, it's either that you will or you won't. You're not a bad looking man, Mr. Gals.
But you are, Blanche. You are in that chair.
There's something wrong with us. Something very, very wrong with us.
You're on a juice cleanse right now.
I'm on a raw food cleanse.
Like Woody Harrelson?
Does he do that stuff?
He only eats raw food, and his wife is made entirely of hemp. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's a little hemp person.
Yeah, I get these like juices and salads delivered to my house. It's already starting off great. I can tell people are like, never mind, she is interesting.
No, it is interesting. Don't tap out on me, Murphy. I'll let you know if it sticks. I did a juice cleanse a couple times, and it makes me pee out of my butt. It's bad. I need a starch. Like, I can't possibly go without a starch in my day.
You just need some food during the day. I feel like that's like this thing they deliver me salads and stuff. I don't know what I'm doing.
What do you mean you don't know if it comes to your house?
It does, but I just don't know why I'm doing it. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where you just go, I need a change and I need to make myself better. So I'll give this person money and they'll make me better.
You give me money, I'll fire you. I'll give you pep talks with the diamond push-ups.
Yeah.
We'll figure something out.
All right.
My wife said, "Oh, good, I like Morgan Murphy. She's the only female comic whose comedy isn't vaginally based."
Oh, that's sweet of her.
It is sweet of her.
Yeah.
And then I said, "She's exactly right. Like, there's no, you really stand alone from female comics. You're just an actual comic, not talking about your private parts."
Well,
Like, you're really funny.
Oh shit! I don't even know what's in that. Like I don't even think I knew how to structure a script at that point.
What was the script? Do you remember?
Yeah. It was called Quinn. It was like kind of autobiographical about just a girl out of college, about a broke chick out of college.
So then it worked.
Yeah.
All right, good.
And I like kind of grew up in a very like the not rich one of a very rich family, so I also had the perspective of like what really rich people are like.
How does that work out? How are you the outlier in a rich family?
My dad is one of 8 kids and grew up very wealthy, and then he kind of he kind of lost it all. He lost all his money, but all of his siblings are like, super rich. Like there's a Murphy jet and stuff. And
really?
So all my cousins grew up very wealthy, and then I was just with me and I'm like the only Jewish Murphy. I'm the only child. I'm the only one who didn't grow up without money. Like so.
So your dad marries a Jew.
My dad married a Jewish artist. Yeah.
Loses all of his money.
Yeah, he's put big Irish Catholic family out of Oregon. Big lumber business.
Oh, so you're from Oregon?
Yeah.
The most beautiful state, not named Hawaii, that I've ever driven through.
It's amazing.
I drove west to east to get to Spokane along the Columbia River.
Yeah.
And it was like being on mushrooms.
It's amazing.
And no one lives there. I don't get it.
It feels when I go back, it's like it's LA and Oregon feel like home. Like the drive from Portland to the coast is so soothing to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Why don't more people live in states like Colorado and Oregon? Why do you think that is? Why is everyone like smashed into New Jersey, smashed into LA? Like people live in like Indio and Zizix, but we can't fill out like Oregon.
I don't know.
Like nobody's in Bend. Nobody's in Grants Pass.
I don't have an answer.
Right? Grants Pass is nice.
Yeah.
Sure, those are 3 towns I knew. But if I didn't show you my hand, you would have been like, wow, Jay knows a lot about Oregon. He's cool. We should hang out. Oregon Ducks fan?
Yeah, big Ducks fan.
More importantly, you know so much about boxing and you tweet all the time about boxing.
I do.
And you're a great Twitter follower for all the dudes out there.
Yeah.
That want to follow a really funny person.
Who want to fill the holes left by people who unfollow me when I start tweeting about sports.
Yeah, I get it too.
Yeah.
Because I'll live tweet like UFC fights. People are like, you're killing my timeline. I'm like, well, I told you I was going to be doing it.
Yeah, I get it. I'm sort of like, I'll get very like, hey girl, to my friends on there, like real girl like, and then I'll start tweeting about the playoffs. And
like,
people are
you
like,
and Amy Man are like tweeting puppy.
And it's just like a lot of big jokes, and I like writing jokes. I like jokes. It's like, it's so silly and fun, and why not,
Is it weird when that's like your tablet, like big funny goofy jokes, and they got like goofy outfits and stuff?
Yeah.
Garrett Morris is on it, right?
Yeah, Garrett's on it.
So you can just write him like he flies in, literally like flaps his wings and flies in.
He flies in, does like a drive-by joke, and they're so fun to write. Like his stuff is so fun to write. Like Jennifer Coolidge's stuff is so fun to write because it's just character stuff, and they can say almost anything. I mean,
Does
we
the
get away
network
with some
ever
good
give
stuff.
you a note and you think to yourself, this is where you draw the line?
Yeah. Well, no, the notes that I get, I'm always curious about are like, oh, you can't say McDonald's, you know? We're like, well, I'm pretty sure we just said like dick in my face or something, whatever we got away with.
I remember that episode.
Yeah, but
I'm outside with a dick in my face.
yeah,
And then he left.
yeah. So that's the stuff that I'm always curious about, like the legal aspect of like naming products and things like that.
It's weird when you
Like
write.
you can't say Vicodin.
You can't?
You have to say like
'cause
painkillers
that's
or whatever.
big pharmaceutical, right?
Yeah.
So you write on Two Broke Girls. How does somebody that's a comic get a job? Because it's a desk job, and you're like kind of you can't just go. I'm not into it. Because comics, I think by nature, we have many days where we're like, yeah, I'm not really into it. I'm just gonna lay in bed in my pajamas. I'm in my pajamas right now. So how do you're just obliged to go to this place and write jokes and crank them out?
Yeah, I think because I started writing for shows when I was like 21, started writing for Crank Anchors, and I don't know, I needed money to live, and I got offered a writing job, and I was like, that's more than enough money to live on, so I took the job, and I've just been used to getting up and going to a job ever since.
Who offered you the job? Whitney?
On Two Broke Girls?
Yeah.
Michael and Whitney I had like a meeting with, and then they offered me the job, yeah.
Do you have to, they always say, and I don't know because I'm lazy and I can't write anything that's not about me.
Yeah.
They always say, like, you have to write a spec script and you got to hand in, like, your Two Broke Girl script and then they read it.
Sure.
Is that what you had to do?
I mean, I didn't write a Two Broke Girl script, but they did read something that I'd written. And I'd written it like 8 years ago or 9 years ago. So I was like, when I saw it on the table, when I walked to the meeting, I was like, oh.
Oh, yes, my friend. America was built by innovators and dreamers. People like Edison, Henry Ford, Steve Jobs, the guy that invented Chuck E. Cheese, and you. It's the inventors and entrepreneurs all around us, people like you, that make America such a great country. This month, LegalZoom celebrates innovation by helping you launch your dream. Apply for a patent to secure your invention. That way nobody can steal it. Register your trademark to protect your products and services. Incorporate or form an LLC and launch your business dream. Just call or visit LegalZoom.com and they will take care of you from start to finish. They've already helped about 1 million businesses get started right. Hey man, that's good for the economy. Celebrate innovation with LegalZoom, and for a limited time, get a special price on trademark, copyright, and patent applications by using the referral code MOHR, M-O-H-R, at checkout. Protect your creations and launch your dream at LegalZoom.com. LegalZoom can provide self-help services at your specific direction, or they can connect you to an attorney, but they're not a law firm. Don't forget to use that referral code MOHR, M-O-H-R. Get yourself set up, man. All-in-one platforms that make it easy to create a professional website, blog, portfolio. That's what you need. Squarespace, that is it. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform. Website, blog, portfolio. Don't you want a portfolio? Don't you want a website? Use Squarespace. You can get an online store. You can sell merch. You can get more of your t-shirts. I sell them on my website. You want to know why? Squarespace. Squarespace includes hosting, analytics, 24/7 support, even includes a free domain name when you sign up for a year. It's easy. With responsive design, your website automatically scales to fit perfectly on every device. Every single Squarespace template has its own customized mobile view, you guys. It's $8 a month for the standard plan. Whatevs. $16 for their unlimited plan, getting better. $24 for the unlimited plan and the online store. That's the one I'm getting. I want an online store. I want to sell weird things like toenails. For a free trial, just go to squarespace.com. When you're ready to purchase, click enter an offer code under price.
Paula Poundstone always talks about her vagina.
No, I mean the ones that are up and running now that are very successful, that have very...
Yeah, I actually do talk about my stuff.
Well, yeah, you got to flaunt it.
I talk about, you talk about your life, and sometimes, sometimes things go into you, and you talk about that.
They're giving you the light. I'm sorry,
Thank you.
the oral light. Someone asked me once, like, you talk about shitting a lot. I'm like, well, I do it every day, so I have to start. Hopefully, with me. with the pots of coffee. What the hell's going on out here?
People are moving in next door.
The guy moved in next door. You didn't see it when he pulled up. He opened the back of the U-Haul. His kids were in the...
Yeah.
That's what I told her
This
about.
is a nice neighborhood. Why is someone driving his own moving truck?
I don't know, but I'm sure he's going to be a delightful neighbor when he's got a kid in a Catholic school uniform in the back of his U-Haul. I think that's when Keith Morrison comes in and says, "But why?" Should we close the door? Oh, okay.
All right.
So you're going to be on Twitter all of June. You've already promoted
I'm going to be on
to
Twitter June 3rd to June 17th. I'll be on Twitter, and you can follow me there at Morgan_Murphy.
There's no underscore, is there?
Yeah, there is.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know who Morgan Murphy is.
Some a-hole.
Yeah.
Somebody that eats meat and doesn't do juice cleanses. Someone that has nice.
Yeah, someone who doesn't have their
boobs.
priorities straight.
Yeah, but why you do the juice cleanse because you feel like self-improvement, self-flagellation?
To be very honest, it's like very vanity based. I just I'm taping this thing in May, and an hour of my stand up.
Yeah.
And I just feel, I've been working on a TV show for the last 2 years, just sitting at a table. So I've been feeling gross. So I just decided
So you just lose a little weight, your skin cleans up when you do.
Your skin cleans up real good. Yeah. So
you have nice skin anyway. Or
no,
maybe
I didn't last week.
What were you writing on?
Two Broke Girls.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It seems like comics that you wouldn't expect. I don't want to say you're an alternative comic because to me you're not an alternative comic. But when I've seen you do comedy, it's been in an alternative room. Does that make sense so far?
Sure.
It seems like the quote unquote alternative comics keep landing these jobs and lining up to suck from the corporate teat happily behind everybody's back.
Yeah, I don't even feel like I do it behind anybody's back. I mean, I like writing, and it's a very goofy show to write on.